You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 196.
Jesus Christ, 196, man. I'm ASAP Ralphie again this week.
I love it. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast.
Yep.
Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Oh, yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON, 2 underscores, the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Make sure you holla at us. Also, special shout out to WDJYFM 99.1 in Atlanta.
ATL, ho.
Shout out to OS Gang down there, man.
I'm going to tell you what happened.
You froze?
I froze because I was waiting on the radio drop so I could do ATL, ho. So it threw me off. I was like, oh, damn, we ain't got to the socials yet. Hey, man, that's crazy. You missed 1 week in person. Look, everything just goes to shit.
I never freeze. Look at that.
Hey, yo.
That's funny. But no, man, what's good, Ralph?
I don't know, man. Listen, man, we have our bro talk, but that's for you guys. But man, I'm over here washed, bro. And there's no reason for me to be washed because I've been resting all weekend, but I'm still washed.
Nah, wash gang.
I'm talking about deep rinse. Like spin cycle.
Second cycle.
Spin
all
cycle,
that shit.
goddamn.
No, I love it. I love it. Hey, man, look. First of all, I want to give a special shout out to just parents in general. Just hit the applause. Just because if you're a parent, whether you have a spouse that you're doing it with or you're a single parent, don't matter. Just shout out to parents, period. Been keeping my nephew this weekend, and I've always had a level of respect just for parenting and parents in general because I see it. I see what it takes to make sure your kid is straight, grow up, raise, all that good stuff, but actually doing it is a whole nother thing. It's a whole nother thing. So, shout out to parents, man. Shout out to my nephew. But yeah, I'm washed, bro.
Big wash, man.
I love it.
But I mean, I'm all right, I guess. You know, the birthday's coming up this week.
Word.
We talked about it.
Another round of applause.
Birthday's in the middle, so you'll hear about it next week. I probably won't do too much. Like, listen, bro, washed. Like I have no plans. Like I'm gonna go, do a little brunch on Thursday, but on Wednesday when my birthday is. But there's no plan.
But listen, when you like we already talked about, when you our age,
right.
that's the plan is something real low key, lowest of keys.
I spent my whole life calling people aunties and uncles, and I am literally that. Like, you just talked about keeping your nephew,
man, look,
but you don't look at yourself as an uncle. Like, if that makes sense. You know
does.
what I'm saying? But, no, we are them.
No, we here.
We are him.
We are definitely the aunts and uncles now.
We are them.
When did it happen? It just happened all of a sudden. It literally did.
I just woke up with knee pain, and I'm always tired. Like, what's going on, bro?
It don't matter how much sleep you get. No matter how good you stretch. No matter how much water you drink.
Stretch, vitamins,
man, all that. You still wake up yawning. And yawning throughout the day. You hit a yawn at fucking noon eating lunch.
Right.
Like, what?
Like, damn.
Really? So, wash the gang. Look, I'm man bad gang. Wash the gang.
Hey, yo.
We here. I love it. I love it. I love it here, man.
I got nothing. But I mean, I don't know. We glossed past. I mean, besides taking care of the nephew, you good?
Oh yeah. I'm good, man. Yeah, I was able to get out and do some things with him over the weekend. So we had a full day yesterday.
Yeah.
Zoo, which was stupid packed. I never seen the zoo that packed before. And then we did that. We was out there for like 4 hours.
Gotcha.
And then we went to the shout out to Sophie's Artist Lounge. And just shout out to St. Louis in general. It was a lot of great events in the St. Louis area this weekend.
And I ain't participating in none of them. Look, man, watch, bro. Like, I don't care about nothing. Just want to be in the house.
Hey, look, if I didn't have my nephew, I definitely would have been in the house on the game. But
it's like, but bro, you know me. We talked about why I haven't been doing anything. And nothing personal, nothing bad going on. But it's just like,
look, when you get in a certain routine and then you start to see like that really don't matter for real.
It don't be hitting like that. Like,
being in a mix don't matter.
I could save myself at least $75 being in the house.
Man, what? It cost $75 just to walk out the door,
bro. What?
Like literally,
everything went up. Everything
don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. So yeah, we went to a lot party where it's just big ass parking lot. A lot of vendors, food vendors, just kicking it. Cannabis vendors. There were a couple spray paint vendors out there as well. So the kids got a chance to like spray paint on like wood and stuff like that. So it was cool. And then there was a scavenger hunt. So the area that we were in, there was like a lot of different murals like on the walls. Like, so the scavenger hunt just entailed like different questions where the answers were one of the different murals. So you had to just take a picture and submit it. And shout out to my baby, we ended up getting 3rd place. So we won a happy hour at Sophie's for like 20 people. So look out for that invitation because we'll be doing that hopefully sometime in September. So, but no, it was a good day. It was a good day, man. We was outside all day. He still ain't want to go to sleep after. So all the energy to be a kid again, right?
It be like that.
But yeah, man. So yeah, that's me. That's what I'm on.
I got you. So what we do? Off the dome.
Off the dome.
I'll let you go first because mine is kind of a little crazy.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
All right.
A little wild here.
All right. Cool. So for my off the dome, right? Shout out to Issa Rae and shout out to Insecure.
Okay.
They are on Netflix now. All 5 seasons on Netflix.
Okay.
And a lot of people have been re-binging the series. So I'm seeing a lot of different
takes,
and a lot of women are coming back or coming to Lauren's house. So shout out to them. I know. Look, listen, right is right. We told y'all that on episode 8 review of review of the first season.
Wow, you went back.
Yeah, way back.
Back.
A clip came up the other day, so that was fire.
I got you.
But okay, so for my off the dome, right? The series Insecure, which character was the better supporting character, or was your favorite supporting character? Chad or Kelly? Yeah.
That's a great question. That's a great question.
Now, go ahead. If you got it, go ahead.
I'm going to say,
my God.
Say it. I hate to do this. I hate to do it.
Don't hate it.
I'm gonna say Kelly though.
Oh, okay.
I fuck with Chad. Chad was. I think Kelly got more screen time because it was more women.
Oh, of course.
That happened. So that's the only caveat that leans it towards Kelly. Like I think she stole the scene every time she was there.
I agree.
She had very comedic moments, and I think when she did get serious, it was like a moment. Like when I think the split between Molly and Issa happened. It was and then Tiffany went on her, her thing. So I think it kind of we see more layers with Kelly. So that's why I said that.
Okay. And I'm not mad at the answer, but I'll go with Chad.
Okay.
I'll go with Chad. Like again, Chad didn't have as much screen time as Kelly because he was Lauren's friend. Lawrence was also a supporting character in his own right?
Yeah.
But whenever we saw Chad, he always popped up at the most random times, right? But when he did, it was good. He always left you with like a one-liner that you remember throughout the season. Oh, yeah. Like whenever you see Chad, you know it's about to be some BS, and I loved it. He had a lot of screen time in season 2, I believe it was, because that's when we started seeing Lawrence do his thing outside of Issa when they broke up. And even then, being able to see Chad's evolution, even though we didn't see him as much throughout the series, every time we saw him, he kind of leveled up.
Yeah.
Broke up with his girlfriend because he cheated on her, ended up getting back with her. They got married. They had kids. We saw his progression, even though we didn't see him as much. Yeah. So I'm going with Chad, man. Yeah. Chad, I love Chad. Shout out to Chad.
Light skin menace, man.
Facts.
Man, what?
Facts. But no, shout out to Insecure, man.
Yeah, man. Let me see how I want to go with this, right? Because this is a dark question, I think. Kind of dark.
Let's do it.
dark enough for here, you
Let's
know.
do it.
But Succession inspired this question. You
Okay.
know, I just finished that series. Pretty good, you know, pretty solid. I think it's a little overhyped, but you know, I'll let other people be the judge of that.
Gotcha.
Have you? Okay, sidebar to this. Have you seen Ozark?
I've seen the first season.
Okay, never mind. But
Okay.
it's comparable, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Acting,
Gotcha.
cinematography. All right, cool.
Gotcha.
Now, in the end, we found out a big reveal of one of the main characters who was an illegitimate child, which
Okay.
was crazy.
Okay.
So my question is, would you rather be adopted and you find out later in life, or would you rather find out that you're the illegitimate child later in life?
That's a good question, and I don't think that's that dark.
Well,
but no,
because I said illegitimate. I could have said you was a side baby. I could have said your mama got fucked in the fling. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I know, right? That's where it gets dark.
Okay. So with that being said,
Okay, my bad.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. Damn. I mean, that really is a good question. I think.
Considering your life turned out great, regardless.
Yeah.
Right? You just find out that, you know, things ain't, because usually when you become an adult, you do find out things ain't. You know.
Yeah. I think I would rather be adopted and learn later.
Mm-hmm.
I think at least I'll know that I grew up with, you know, and I guess with people who loved me for real,
Yeah.
like people that wanted to have me because they went out and adopted me as their own and took me in, and I grew up, you know, in that loving home instead of finding out, hey, this was really my dad the whole time, even though he been kind of hovering around. Like, nah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Either way, it's kind of messed up. Like, it's like you got to pick the lesser of two evils. Like,
Facts.
would I rather? Which one would I rather be? Would I know that both of my parents are around, even though they kind of got together under the most craziest circumstances, or would I rather be adopted and still wonder where my biological parents were and why they didn't want me?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Because I mean, even with the adopted part, like wondering why my biological parents didn't want me.
Yeah.
I mean, because clearly that'll be a thought, right?
Oh,
but I have these parents here, so no
But
matter the reason.
Imagine if you didn't go to therapy or anything like that. Like I'm
Nah,
just saying,
you're right.
because
You're
like
right.
imagine 30 plus you find out that your parents adopted you. I could rather deal with the, you know, being the side baby. If that's the case, like mom and daddy was around. Like, I mean, but then again, therapy. Like, we talking about somebody that has to be mentally stable to deal with the information that they got. But I went around the world to say that I would still go the adopted route. Because it's a lot that goes with that, bro.
I guess I'm trying to understand which would be worse at 30 versus at like 18 or something.
Like when you're
Which one is worse?
Wait
I
till
don't
they I'm like, why didn't you tell me until?
I don't know. That's crazy.
I know, that's wild, bro.
Okay, never mind. That is kind of dark. Never mind.
you
Look,
sit there
I'm trying to be optimistic. No, there's
it's fucked up regardless.
yeah, that's crazy. Damn. Shout out to.
But yeah, that was off the dome, people. What would you rather be, adopted or illegitimate child?
And which supporting character from Insecure is your favorite? Chad or Kelly? Let us know.
Yes, man. OS gang, what's happening, family and kinfolk?
What's happening?
Man. We had a week of news. I think we had a week of news.
We had something.
See, I was being optimistic. You see?
See how I go?
See, right. But no, we got a few things here on the OS News docket. Let's try this on for size. Jamie Foxx speaks out. It might have been a month and a half ago now, right?
Oh, I thought
maybe 2 months.
I thought it was like last week.
No. I'm talking about the initial, like him being sick.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's been a few months.
It's been a few months now, but he's finally released a statement where he's went on social media and said something where, you know, he's been popping up in paparazzi and we've seen him outside kind of doing silly Jamie Foxx things. But this is the first time he's actually spoke out since his hospitalization. Johnny,
Yes.
What do you have for this?
First, I want to shout out to Jamie Foxx and his family.
Yes.
The fact that he was comfortable enough to put out a video to let the people know that he's doing okay. Like I'm happy to see that. So
Yeah.
he seemed to be in really good spirits. So that's great. Like that's amazing.
Yeah.
As far as the video, I think he gave as much information as he wanted to give.
Yeah.
Still didn't say exactly what happened. All we know is that he was hospitalized. He went through some type of situation, some type of surgery.
Yeah.
He said his daughter and I think his sister or the people that like saved his life was able to get him to the hospital so that he can be worked on. And yeah, everybody kept everything under wraps, and I'm actually glad they did because they don't owe us, the public, anything.
Yeah,
they don't owe us. He really didn't have to get on and do that, but
I was gonna ask you that. I'll let you.
Yeah. So I'm happy. I'm happy that he's at a point now where he feels like he's comfortable enough to speak out to the people.
Yeah. Well, for one, just thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers to Jamie Foxx's family, his continued circle of people that surround him, family, friends, and loved ones.
Absolutely.
Just happy that nothing has happened to him. You know, nothing that he seemingly has, couldn't bounce back from.
Right.
He looks well in the video from what I can see. Still being Jamie Foxx, and that's
even
one
in the
thing.
video.
Even in the video where he's, trying to be serious. So I can appreciate that. But let me ask you this: do you I think you kind of answered it, but do you think that he owed us that? And the reason I say that is because the family asked for prayers. They asked for, they made public statements about it. So do you think he owed us that?
No. My answer is still no.
Okay.
I think because when everything initially happened and we learned that Jamie Foxx had been hospitalized, right? Of course, social media is going to go in a frenzy. Hey, what's going on? And as the weeks went on without any real update, people started getting worried, right?
Yeah.
So from there, I think the family's way of kind of getting in front of that piece is just to ask for thoughts and prayers. Like, hey, he's okay. Surgery went well. Just thoughts and prayers. So I think that was them just trying to get in front of that. Again, I understand Jamie Foxx is a well-loved celebrity, has been for 30 plus years. He's still human. He's still human, still has his family. Still, I think he may still be trying to recover from whatever it is that happened. He doesn't, I don't think he owed us. He still didn't owe us that. Now, I think he did it out of the kindness of his heart because people have been so, oh my, what's going on and antsy. So I think he felt like he should have, but I don't think he owed it to us. No.
Yeah. I disagree only because I've seen him in public settings after the fact. Like, it was the hospitalization, then he's out. And I ain't talking about he's eating. Like, he's outside, hopping out of, messing with people. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So, nah, nigga, you need to say something. You know what I'm saying? You ain't not. I ain't say he had to do the Instagram video, but a statement would have been nice, especially when you had the entertainment world going upside down. That's usually what celebrities do. I understand he's a celebrity. He didn't have to do the Instagram video, but a statement is old.
Do you? And by statement you mean
just a press release? I ain't saying.
Okay.
I didn't say he had to do the what he
something
did.
That's he could just put it out.
Yeah,
a typed up note or something.
That's it. That's it.
Okay.
You ain't gotta say, hey, I had endocrimosis. You ain't gotta give us a diagnosis, bro. You know what I'm saying? As long as you good, as long as you at least let the world know, because you let the world know everything else. So I feel that yes. And your celebrityness, and I just made up a word.
You did,
but nah, you owe us that, my boy.
That's interesting. I mean, I look, I hear you, but I just slightly disagree. That's all. Look, I'm happy that he put out the video, even if it were a press release or a statement or something. I would be happy with it. But
I just said he didn't have to do the video, but to each his own.
Listen, I did see a random video of him on a yacht, somebody caught him on a yacht or some shit. But I mean, shit.
No, if you said
if I almost died,
yes, put out a press release.
Man.
You got movies and stuff you want to go see. You better say something.
It's extra straight.
Nah, that ain't how it works.
Oh man, that's funny.
Let's see what else here, man. Oh,
shout out to Jamie Foxx.
Right, shout out to Jamie Foxx. Now this one is a little interesting. We have to recant something, right?
Facts.
Last week we came over here, was very serious about Carlee Russell, young woman out of Birmingham, Alabama, 25 years old. It was a kidnapping hoax. Johnny, I don't know. What you got?
Hold on, let me just say this. I saw a story that Jadakiss told about Nori, right? Follow me. he told the story where Nori was dapping up a bunch of people and dapped up somebody that he didn't know, and they told the dude they told him that dude wasn't with them, so he took his dap back. I'm taking all the shit back I said about Carlee Russell from last week. I'm taking it all back because I was really in here like concerned about this young lady. I thought, listen, I watch hella videos. I watch hella TikTok videos. People breaking this shit down. I got sucked into the whole thing. Pause. I got sucked into the whole story, all of it. Right. I was really concerned, and I really was like, oh my God, I really hope they find this young lady because we hear about young black women missing all the time, especially in St. Louis. Right. We hear about it a lot. So. To see how the Carlee Russell story blew up nationally, which we don't see that much, especially with black women. It's like, oh wow, like I really hope they find her because this is crazy. And then as the week progressed, more and more details come out that this girl, she done left a wig, she done Googled the movie Taken 2, all kind of nonsense. All kind of nonsense. And as I'm learning more, the madder I'm getting because I really just sat on this platform and said how sad I was and I hope they find it. I was pouring my heart out for this young lady.
And you know what's so crazy?
She over eating Pringles and Cheez-Its.
I know. Hey, yo. I saw the jokes before I knew actually what was going on. I was like, how can people be so insensitive? Like I was like y'all niggas is wild. Like I didn't know it was like
she was wild.
But still though. I was like, hey man, like I'm really getting upset. Like I was like, yeah, like how
can you do this?
How can y'all do this? How can you call yourself a proud black man, black woman, making fun of this young woman who got kidnapped? And then never mind.
Yep.
And the internet just had a field day with it, which is I was like, we can't take shit seriously.
Nothing. Not a thing.
Nothing serious.
Not a thing.
I was like, dang. So they done went to this girl background. I heard she got fired from a job. It's just a lot. And I mean, rightfully so. Like, I mean, you can't play with people's emotions like that. And then like the one time that the national news media is treating this story with care.
Right.
It's
fake.
It's fake.
Oh my God.
And that's the thing that's completely nasty about it. I hate it. Because the next time something like this happens, it won't make it past the local news. Like, you know how many times we've seen black women or black bodies, but just in this particular moment, black women being mistreated, mishandled, kidnapped, raped, abused, killed, all that stuff, right?
Absolutely.
And nothing's being done about it. And we actually had in Birmingham, Alabama, in the heart of Dixie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though Birmingham is a overwhelmingly black city, but it's still Alabama. Yeah. So yeah,
you still see Confederate flags.
Yeah,
you still see it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But it's. I'm like, damn it, man. That's how I look at it. Damn it, man.
I know. And as upset as I am, and as much as I'm taking all of my everything that I said about her back from last week, I still hope. With all the jokes, because jokes have been funny. They've been putting Marlon Wayans from Little Man like on the side of the road. Like, hilarious. Yeah. I do still want to make sure the mental health of this young lady is good, because could you imagine the entire nation, maybe even the world? I don't know if this story made it overseas or not, but could you imagine the entire nation making fun of you on social media? Could you imagine that?
Well,
I don't know.
I hear you.
I know it. And that perspective was brought up to me from another black woman. So and clearly I'm not thinking that, because again, I'm in the process of taking all my shit back.
But I will say this.
So
she signed up for this though.
That's what I was.
There can't be sympathy for that.
That's what I was thinking.
You openly signed up for it.
All over.
Like, her mental health should have been challenged before she thought about going through all of that.
I mean, no, look, I agree.
Like,
I agree.
Now the social media backlash, hey. That comes with it, mama.
That's crazy. It's crazy.
I don't
That's crazy.
I know. I ain't got too much for that. That's yeah, you're right. That's crazy.
Taking all that shit back still.
Speaking of being taken back, Travis Scott had a concert canceled. It was supposed to be over in Egypt, in front of the pyramids. Big look for hip hop, right? Egypt, the Egypt Council, the Pyramid Council, whoever they are, said, not happening. Johnny, what you got for that, bro?
Travis Scott thought the pyramids was like a Wi-Fi connection or something. Like, how was he gonna stream that from the pyramid? How? No,
Listen.
Look, that would have been fire. I'm not gonna lie. Now, how they set up the stages in between, I don't know. I would have loved to see it though. But do we really think the Egyptian council or the government or whoever it is over there that's the governing body, do we really think they were going to allow that to happen?
I'm trying to figure out. Okay, this is why I think it's so crazy. You got to sign up for stuff like that. You just don't pop up and say, "Hey, you know what? We having a pyramid concert. We going in front of the Sphinx, my nigga. It's up." Like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, that just don't happen.
Yeah.
So who talked to who? Who got the visa signed? Who got the stamps? I need to know.
I need permits.
Yeah,
I need
permits.
all of that.
There's a lot of international stuff going on in that, baby. Like, no, not to say. I just think when stuff like that happens, it's dumb. And then coming off of the Astro World stuff, nigga, like. So like, I'm not, and this is the thing. I don't think like, hey, look, Travis Scott got fans, right? And I'm talking about fans.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know how many of them just dropping bags to go to Egypt. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Look.
So okay, this is what I was confused about. Was it going to be a concert or was it just him performing? You know, like well, I don't want to compare it to the Donda listening sessions because people were allowed to go. So was this going to be a concert or just like a stream performance?
Listed here, it said concert. So it sounded like it was going to be people.
Okay,
like it could have been people there if they wanted it to.
Gotcha.
Now, how many? Because it's not an arena. It's not a stadium. It's not a what's out there for people to be on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the other point. And like if you look at like Google Earth images of the pyramids now, yo, it's a KFC like 2 miles right from it. Like it's the pyramids are there like in all their glory, but the city is literally right next to it. Like it's a city right there. So I don't know how it would be set up.
And then I know it's very touristy, but I still imagine that stuff to be kind of sacred. So
absolutely.
And it's not a rap thing. I mean, it's just like we just go have a musician pull up and you know, like perform. Like it sound cool until it ain't cool. Like you know what I'm saying? Like now, if he's performing in Egypt and the pyramids was in the backdrop, I mean like distant backdrop.
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like that makes more sense.
But then you in the city, like you in the because the city right there.
Like you said, Google Earth. Like that's what's up. But I'm just like, all right, bro. Like we was gonna do this, but Travis clearly has an album rollout. The shoes, like the money is behind Travis, and that's what we're getting at. Like we know the album is coming. We know that Nike got original shoes, old shoes. Like they own all that.
All kinds of stuff. Right.
Travis outside pretty much, and I get it, and that's dope. Dope for hip hop, dope for him, dope for his core fan base.
Right.
But I was just like,
listen, if it were to happen, I was clearly gonna tune in because I want to see that because it sound in theory it sounds fire.
Yeah.
But you got to really think about the detail behind how all of that would actually work. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I think about stuff like this, but like the sound frequencies and then whatever is like underneath the pyramids or in the pyramid, like
these all wake emo tips,
thriller shit. I don't know. Hey, he might. I don't know. We don't really know what's down there for real. Archaeologists, all that. But speaking of Travis Scott, though, did you listen to the single that dropped? K-pop.
I had no desire to listen to that. And I know Travis collabs with a lot of people.
you
but I
wasn't
was
feeling
like,
the Bad Bunny weekend?
Nah, I'm straight. That sounds disgusting.
That is funny.
That sounds like that's like 3 of the most streamed people on one song. Like they was just like, hey, let's just make a song.
Just throw it on there.
They didn't even know. I don't even see no artistic direction in something like that. Like Bad Bunny and The Weeknd and Travis Scott. Like that's just begging to be streamed. It's probably not even a good song. And then it's named K-pop. Like, bro, I'm good. Just give me the album, bro, and that better be a bonus track. That better not be within the sequence. That better not be.
It better not be original song.
Man,
that shit gonna be on a deluxe.
Man, that's not even gonna be in the sequence of the album. I know, because Travis don't even make songs like that. That's what's so crazy,
bro. That shit gonna be the intro. Watch.
Man, that's disgusting.
I'm sorry. That's hilarious.
That's disgusting. You hear me?
So funny. Oh man, but, hey man, shout out to them.
Shout out. Hey, you know what? This leads to our next topic because I was hating a little bit. But hey, Dr. Dre He actually had to sit down with
man.
Kevin Hart recently. They talked about a myriad of topics, but we go focus on this one caveat right here. Dr. Dre doesn't hate on younger hip hop, and he states so eloquently why. But Johnny, what you got for Dr. Dre saying he don't hate on hip hop?
I'm sorry, man. I was still laughing, but I mean, hearing the clip, reading the article, this is the same conversation that you and I have both on mic and off mic all the time, right? It's like, yes, hip hop is turning 50 this year.
Yeah,
it's clearly much different and has evolved from the origins that created the genre, right? Now, I mean, you do still find some purist or pure hip hop, DJing, MC, and all that kind of stuff, but it definitely has evolved to something completely different. Yeah. And even in myself, right, I had to learn, grow, and understand that, hey, a lot of the new stuff just really ain't for me, and that's okay. Now, when we first started this platform, this podcast, every week I was coming here hating. I'm talking about big hating. I remember back when Migos was like first popping, I was hating hard. I'm talking super. I didn't even want to give it a chance. But as I learned more about them, as I grew to actually start listening to them, their features, their songs, their albums, understanding the type of artists that they are and their influence on the artists that came after them, I have a way better level of respect for the Migos as a group, as individuals, all that. So it comes to a point where, hey, you got to recognize if you don't like it, that's cool, but understand that it's just not for you.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, that's really it.
Yeah. And Dre said it, like, I'm 60. Like, and hip hop isn't supposed to move me. And that's fine. And that's fine because, like, me and you talk about this all the time, and I might be repeating points that I have browbeaten the listeners with, but me and Johnny talk about this stuff all the time.
All the time.
I was like, hey, look, we in our 30s, bro. We in our 30s. Certain stuff just ain't go hit for us no more.
Right.
We are like our older cousins' age that was just like, what is that? Like, what? Like, listen,
real.
Everybody go think they club era music was the best. Everybody go think whatever trap music, drill dealer music you had, they go think that's the best. Whatever lyricists that were prominent during your time period, you go think they the best. You go think everything from your era is the best. So once you understand that, it's okay. Just be in your time lapse. Be in your time. I mean, your time period. Just say that. Hey, everything from. I'm gonna just say everything from 96 to 2010 is shit. Like everything else after that, trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll just stand in that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why every time Walk It Out come on, I'm gonna hit that shit.
But listen,
every time.
That might. I mean, now that has transcended, but like Bird Walk, like ain't no, the kids probably ain't listening to that. You know
ain't no Bird Walk. That's funny.
I'm just. I had to pick a dance that ain't popular.
Nah, you right. You right.
Walk It Out is transcended.
Okay. All right. Nah, you right. What about chicken noodle soup?
I think so. Yeah.
You think it transcended? Okay.
Absolutely.
Look,
I watch a lot of TikToks, and them New York kids still be going crazy.
Okay.
They still be going crazy.
That makes sense. Nah, yeah. Hey, New York gonna stick up for New York no matter what. So I'm not mad at it.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm not mad at it.
But just the idea that I always say this: we're not the ones that buy albums. I stream. Ever since they gave me the option to stream, I ain't bought an album.
I haven't purchased the album since 2016,
bro. And I don't care how much I like the artist. I'm not buying it. If it's available for $11.99, whatever the price is, because it done went up. It ain't $10 no more.
Facts.
I'ma just stream it.
Yep.
I just have that option. So since we don't buy albums, we don't. I'm not looking for a new artist to break. It's cool if a new artist catches my attention, but I don't need a new artist for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's actually a great point. That's a great
because
point.
Hip hop is infused by the youth. It's always been a youthful movement. Like you said, this is 50 years old.
Yeah.
So a lot of our OGs, when they drop, we pay attention. Like you said, Nas drop, we pay attention.
Facts.
But ain't no 20-year-old listening to Nas. They don't care that Nas dropped 5 albums in 2 years. They don't give a fuck.
No, they don't.
And that's with all due respect.
That's true.
But NBA YoungBoy can drop 5 albums in 2 years. It's up.
It's up, right?
And that's okay. I tried to listen to NBA YoungBoy. I really tried to do it. And Lord knows that's just not for me. And I'm the one that tries to stick up for it. But I couldn't do it. But you know what? It's a segment of people who enjoy NBA YoungBoy. He is the GOAT. He the young GOAT.
it's funny to me. It's funny to me,
I know,
right?
man.
But yeah, like Ralph said, it's certain sections of new hip hop that I refuse to. And it's because I know it's not for me. Like, I don't ever plan to listen to Lil Uzi. I don't.
And this is the thing, right? Even when there is a new rapper that we kind of like, you know what, he cool. He kind of got to give you a nostalgic feel. Like Lil Baby, we'll say we like Lil Baby, not because it's a popular thing to do, but he is very popular amongst the young kids. But then again, Lil Baby can rap. Yeah. He has demonstrated the fact that he can rap.
True,
but it's like that's the only one.
It's
a very short list,
and it's and the fact that you mentioned Lil Baby is interesting because Lil Baby was going crazy. He was on a run for a good period of time, right? But recently it hasn't been as much. So it's like what's going on there? So we really don't know.
The thing is they see this.
No, let's do it.
Okay,
let's go.
Like, I know you seen Lil Baby with the cancellation dates, like the two.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Like, because he was supposed to come here, they got canceled. But then again, I don't know if Lil Baby's an arena artist, and I don't think a lot of them are. As popular as NBA YoungBoy is, he ain't selling out an arena here. I don't know where he's from. I think he's from Florida. I might be wrong on that.
I have no idea actually.
But a lot of them kids will do festivals. Like you can put a whole 20 artists of them. You can put a whole 20 of them on a festival and it's lit.
It's gonna
go crazy. They ain't trying to put that. They rather have the hip hop outside. If you haven't noticed,
I actually have not noticed. But that's a great point.
What I'm going to Rolling Loud for?
Listen.
We are Essence Festival Roots Picnic. That's it. Don't tell me about Rolling Loud, chocolate. What's the broccoli in the water? Whatever
broccoli City and something in the water.
Same thing. No, you know I'm old. You know the old nigga to get like that. Same thing.
No, Phil. That's too old. That's too old. That's too old. Listen, we not there.
Same thing.
Hey yo. Hey, that's funny. That's funny. But nah, damn, you're right. I did not notice that. Hip hop is outside.
You ain't going to Rolling Loud,
bro.
And it's like 3 of them.
Oh yeah, I think 4. I think they do one in London too. It's like 3 in the United States and 1 in London.
We might be able to add Coachella.
That's crazy. Even 50 Cent finna do his concert outside here this week.
I thought he was inside. It was like him.
He at the amphitheater.
I thought it was at the.
I thought it was too. It's at the amphitheater.
Oh, they changed that because I swear when they announced it was inside. Or maybe no. You're right. I don't think it was ever inside. I think my mind just wanted to be inside.
Yeah. Because I might have considered going if it was still at the Enterprise, but it's not. I'm cool.
Okay,
I'm cool.
Cool.
But no, you're right. And I think so. Lil Baby has been canceling like individual dates, but Lil Durk was actually going on tour as well. He canceled his old tour because he couldn't sell out.
They
sell tickets.
They're not as big. Like, listen, we can listen to you, but we ain't trying to go see you. And then the thing is, hip hop ain't allowed in certain arenas, man. Think about it. Like,
also
you
true.
can't. Has there ever been a rap concert at the Fox Theater?
Ooh, that's the only one that I know of is because I went back in December. Snoh. But Smino does.
He had to graduate from the pageant though.
He did
because he was at the pageant.
He was,
and then I'm pretty sure the pageant and Fox got a working relationship.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
They're probably owned by the same people.
Because it's a working relationship. It's of the same ilk. If you talking about concert venues in St. Louis,
That's
like
true.
The only time I've been to a rap concert in St. Louis, it was Wale and J. Cole.
And
that was
hell ago.
That was 2010. That was before they could do arenas.
20, dang.
Well, not 2010, but 20 somewhere in
but
that.
Over 10 years ago.
It was Born Center. It was around that time. Dang. That was 2011. So that's just not happening, bro. Like,
oh, that's crazy.
But when J. Cole came back, he was at the amphitheater because his profile grew by the time 2014 came out.
Right. Damn.
But certain rappers, hey, look, we know hip hop is not a monolith. This joint could be anywhere. But certain artists, they'll be right there at them festivals, bro, because they can only sell so many. Like I imagine if a kid sees Lil Yachty on the thing, he'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see Lil Yachty." But who else there?
But okay,
because on festivals they get money. Like you see every young rapper that we can think of on those festivals.
So okay, let me pose this question, right?
Yeah.
Do you think the festivals are more popular than tour dates for these artists because the attention span is a little shorter, and maybe they can't produce an entire show set because the festival sets are a lot shorter because there are other artists on the festival. So you think that's the reason?
Yeah, I didn't think of it like that, but yeah, that point makes a lot of sense.
Because let's just take Lil Baby for instance, right? If he's on tour, if he does a tour date in St. Louis, his set should be about no less than an hour because this is his show, right? Can Lil Baby fill up an hour of music? Because I know he has a lot of collaborative projects, but his own projects, do people really rock with his B-sides like that? Outside of the hits? Can he do it?
That I don't know, because I've only know the hits, and that's only and hits is very subjective. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference between hearing Lil Baby on the radio and then hearing a song in the club that people like that Lil Baby's on. Like, those are two different things.
Exactly. So I don't know. The festival seemed like a more suitable place for
these acts,
the newer hip hop acts.
But I mean, it kind of ties into why hip hop isn't selling either.
Yeah. Well, no, that's true too. That's true too.
It's all this stuff works together.
Everybody wants to try to push a single, and or they're collaborating with somebody. Where if you're going to perform, you only got a verse. You have a verse to like 5 different songs to perform. That's 15 minutes, if that. And
then I think that's where a lot of the women get a lot of edge. At least they got background dancers and stuff like that.
It's a show. It's a show, right?
It's more of a show, but these new guys, they ain't got no showmanship.
My God, that's crazy.
Nothing.
And maybe that's why the women kicking ass right now in hip hop.
Oh no,
because listen,
it's very understood. Like
they going crazy.
Lotto, Koi, Glow, like they all kind of like have a show. You know what I'm saying?
A full stage show. Like I love it. I love to see it.
I love to see it too. Man, let's try this on for size, man, real quick. Street Fighter. Speaking of the 50th anniversary of hip hop, they're doing like a whole collab type of thing. Now, I'll let you drop the nuggets on this since you're the gamer, but I got jokes. Johnny, what you got, bro? What you got for this?
So shout out to Street Fighter, right?
Yeah.
They're doing so. Street Fighter 6 just dropped. I want to say about a month or so ago.
Okay.
And Street Fighter 6 seems to be heavily hip hop influenced. Like the style is very. It has like a lot of graffiti in it. Even like some of the attacks and moves in the game have like graffiti art coming out of them when you fight. So I think that's fire.
Okay.
And they've done a collaboration where they're going to put out an album, right? And the album features major hip hop artists and producers.
Oh, okay.
And some of the artists and producers we got Dave East, we got Sheik Luch, Styles P, we got Graph, Smoke DZA, Papoose, Benny the Butcher, Royce the 5'9".
Okay.
Just to name a few. So it actually doesn't say when the album is coming out, but I imagine it should be out soon because the game has been out a little bit over a month now and it's been going crazy. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it just from the names that I named or all MCs that I really mess with. So listen, I'm with it. And if we get some type of collab where they put the MCs in the game, like a la
I was about to say
Def Jam.
That's what I've been waiting on.
I'm with it.
I'm like, we need to just bring back Def Jam and Vendetta if we go do all this.
At least a remaster or something. I'm with all of it.
But I was like, hey, who's on Def Jam? It had to be old people we want to see. I don't want to use I don't want to use Quavo to fight nobody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but that would be kind of fun. Wouldn't that be fun?
I guess.
Nope.
Hey, you know who would probably be, like a menace on the game? Low as the keys, Lil Uzi. Because he's so like they'll probably have him like Blanca or something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious. But no, you're right.
He'll probably be a menace. He'll probably be a menace.
Moving fast as hell around the arena. Man, what? No, no. Y'all need to reach out to us because that'd be fire. That would be fire.
I got y'all. But no, I mean, anything that celebrates hip hop on the mainstream sense and them being infused with the game, I think is very dope. Street Fighter being a staple definitely in the 90s for us.
Absolutely.
So, and then them getting like some seasoned MCs to be a part of the 50-year anniversary, I think is dope. Like you said, like you just talked about the gameplay, I think that's great. Hope the album comes out. I hope it's well received because in this season, I think a lot of the collaborative albums have been, good to decent to, whatever.
I agree.
Nothing has been like below good. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So yeah, man, as soon as we get a date, as soon as I see a date, I'll definitely let y'all know because I'm looking forward to this, especially because it features a lot of the MCs that we really mess with.
Yeah.
So I'm
some lyricists for real.
for sure. So I'm with that, and I got the demo on the PS5. I gotta let you check it out.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, man. Shout out to Street Fighter,
Man, shout out to Street Fighter, man. But let's try this on for size. Blurred segment. First things first. The Marvels. I guess the long-awaited sequel to Captain Marvel, The Marvels, is out. This is a full trailer, not a teaser trailer.
Yes.
Full trailer. I imagine that we'll probably get one more because the movie doesn't come out until November.
I believe November.
So we got a full trailer. Johnny, react.
I like that. I'm not gonna lie. First of all, I think I did this when we talked about the teaser trailer. But shout out to Tiana Paris. Shout out to her. Applause. Yes. Shout out to her. Beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, man. It looks fun. It really looks fun. And coming off of, this seems like this is going to be a sequel to both WandaVision and Ms. Marvel. I mean, yeah. WandaVision and Ms. Marvel, both of the DC, Disney Plus TV shows, and clearly a sequel to Captain Marvel. So I think it's going to be fun being able to mix all of those different stories together, blend them together, because just a direct sequel to Captain Marvel wasn't going to cut it. It just wasn't going to cut it. So the fact that these three characters, two new characters from the TV shows versus Captain Marvel that we've seen in, I think, two movies and like a post-credit scene.
Yeah.
So them collabing with each other, I think is going to be really good for the movie.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the trailer. I enjoyed the trailer.
Yeah, man. Trailer's fun. I mean, excusing everything I want to say. No, the trailer does look fun. I guess another palate cleanser type of film. Everything can't be serious. Everything can't have the Kane popping up, doing crazy stuff. Like, we have a different world to explore, and I guess this world, as far as the world means, is a cosmic space. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we gotta build the house for that type of stuff too. Miss Marvel. Yeah, that's just my. She's so goofy, man. But I mean, that's the character.
She's a kid.
Hey, man, all the kids ain't goofy, man. It's just,
look, it's Disney at the end of the day, right? So they gotta be.
We'll get to that.
They gotta be.
We'll get to that. And then, like you said, Tiana Paris, Chef's Kiss, anything that she's in. And it's just crazy, man. Carol Danvers gonna get another movie by herself. We ain't rocking with you.
Never.
I mean, not we. I mean, well, I didn't really care for the first film.
Say it, we, us.
Yeah. The crowd. It's like, it's the combination of the character, and then people don't really like Brie Larson in real life.
And
so
I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened.
I just think it's the direction of the story. It's like, if we had gotten this character a long time ago. And I don't even think it was like rights. It was just they just didn't introduce it.
They just didn't do it. Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's just my hang up with the character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, I'm gonna watch it. Like, I'm gonna watch it. Like, I'm doing all this. I'm gonna watch it. Like,
we gonna be there opening weekend.
I'll be there. I'm like, like, it's what it is.
But yeah, it's like a lot of, at least the cosmic Marvel movies. I've gotten to the point where it's like, okay, like, I have zero expectations. I have no expectations.
Because what is it, Guardians and then this, right?
Yeah, and
Thor,
lowest of keys, Ant-Man 3. Even though they were in what you call it?
I told you, man.
I'm just saying. Woo. But yeah, so the cosmic movies and all, all
like
that. Like, I'm
when
cool.
they explore something that's a little bit different, it's not. If the aliens were just coming to Earth and we got to fight the aliens, that's cool. We can deal with that.
Yeah.
But when we out there fighting, and we got 7 different alien species, and
I'm trying to figure out, is there a cosmic Marvel movie that we were just like, oh my god, this is really good?
The first
Guardians. Anything outside of that?
Anything outside of that has just been kind of like hit or miss. Like, it's really like
with more misses, I feel like.
Oh, big.
Honestly,
like, Thor Ragnarok, right? That's considered cosmic,
Ragnarok,
right?
Yeah.
So that's 2,
Ragnarok.
and Ragnarok is above Guardians, right?
The first Guardians.
I guess because it's the best Thor film.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, well, it's apples and oranges, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's like a clear winner, right? I think Guardians means more to the MCU.
Yeah, I feel like I would edge it to Guardians, but Ragnarok was great though.
Yeah,
Ragnarok was great
because that was the first time we actually had a good Thor film. So maybe
I'm about to say,
maybe
was it
maybe that's
great
the gas.
or was it
maybe
like
it's the gas. Maybe it's the gas, bro.
But no,
but outside, those two, right? What else you got?
I want to say Eternals. I enjoyed Eternals. It wasn't a bad movie. I enjoyed it.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
It's acquired
because
it's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
It's just an acquired taste.
I feel like Eternals was so left field from anything else in the MCU that it was like, hey yo,
Eternals should have been the first movie, like the very first one. Let's start with the gods. Let's get them out the way.
Celestials, all that.
Let's
like,
get that out the way.
Nah, nobody would be ready for that in 2008.
No,
ain't no way.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is
it was
this?
like,
That would have killed the MCU.
Man, what?
Before it even started. But no, shout out to the Marvels.
Yeah, shout out to the Marvels.
Look.
Speaking of killing the MCU, I don't know if that was a good transition, but let's try this on for size. Bob Iger, Disney CEO, has pretty much come out and said Marvel's oversaturated. But I'm paraphrasing, but the actual quote is just that Marvel is actually spread itself thin. Let me find the actual, the quote.
Mm-hmm,
okay. Mm-hmm. Not only did quote unquote Marvel increase their movie output, but they end up making a number of TV series. Frankly, it diluted focus and attention. Johnny, what do you have for the Disney CEO saying this about probably his number one moneymaker, Marvel?
Didn't we say the same thing at the beginning of Phase 4?
Yeah.
I think we said the exact same thing.
We've been on that train.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing new. It sounds cute. Like, you know what it is, bro? And I like to let you,
go for it.
I think the thing is, we get so caught up in those Comic-Con trailers, and my boy Kevin Feige come out with the hat like he come out on his Steve Jobs shit.
He do.
He took Steve Jobs' whole swag. He took his whole thing and come out and just start talking about, hey, we're doing Avengers King Dynasty. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like he roll it out for you beautifully. But it's like, hey, my guy, man, we need to get back to the basics. And you're like, hey, we got 6 Disney Plus shows coming out in 2 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot.
Not gonna front. I was excited when they announced, when they announced WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier. I was like, nah, that's fire, right?
Announcement is fire until you actually get the content.
Get it, and it's like, oh,
this is a lot.
Now, granted, the first 2 Disney Plus shows, WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, cool. I was like, all right, I can rock with this, right?
Yep.
Then we got Loki. First episode, I see what you did, but the rest of the series until they showed the Kang variant at the end in the finale, it was just like, okay, they might be doing a lot with these shows.
Okay,
now.
let me ask you this, right? We know the shows are used as caveats to introduce new stuff into the movies, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think the reason why Loki was so, I'll say, not well received was because they're introducing the time travel stuff, or it just wasn't a good story?
I just don't think it was a good story.
Okay. Okay.
Could they have introduced the TVA in a movie? Absolutely. They absolutely could have. Hey, low key. See what I did there? They could have made that a Loki movie. I feel like they could have made it a Loki movie, shortened it, and maybe it would have been a little better.
A lot of these could have been movies. You know what I'm saying? We talked about this. Like, a lot of these, because do you know the budget for Secret Invasion?
$200 million.
200
million.
It's just Sam Jackson. We don't know nobody else in there.
Listen, Falcon and Winter Soldier was $250. I remember the numbers.
These are, bro, shows.
And think about it,
and then that's limited on what you can bring in, right? We don't know the Disney Plus numbers and what they bring in as revenue, but $200 million for something that you don't know, it's not on network TV. You know what I'm saying? It's on a streaming service.
And think about how much action was not in any of these shows. Except Falcon and Winter Soldier. Yeah. Because, I feel like that was kind of action heavy because it had to be.
Yeah, it had to be.
The latter part of WandaVision kind of was. Yeah. Especially that final battle scene. But Secret Invasion ain't been.
Loki had fight stuff, kind of.
They had fight choreography, but we didn't have all the flying around and all that for real.
And then what else happened after that? I forgot. I really
shit.
I know, right?
The only thing I can think about is She-Hulk, because that was kind of recent.
She-Hulk and Ms. Marvel.
And I can understand why Ms. Marvel would have a big budget because of her powers. Like you gotta digitally put that in. So yeah, look, Bob, I agree. Like we told you this already. Like should have hired us as consultants.
Bob, I agree. Bob, okay, I see what you did. You're doing a lot. You're doing a lot today. No, I was you cooking. But I mean, this is just a talking point of a lot of us. I mean, a lot of fans have said this from the ground level. Like, I think it's just a lot. Like, and the gift and the curse of the MCU is making us give a fuck about characters that generally don't sell.
Yeah.
Iron Man never had this capital before. You know what I'm saying? There's always been the big three: Spider-Man, Batman, Superman. Take your pick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Those three are always going to make a move. I mean, make movies, make money off merchandise and things like that. Everybody else is jockeying for fourth place.
For sure.
Everybody else. It don't matter who. Cap, Iron, Thor, goddamn, I don't know. Like, it's just we just start caring about these characters, so it's kind of like now everybody gets a show.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part. Like, I'm not mad at the shows. I'm really not.
Yeah,
but you got to pick and choose what characters get a show.
Bro.
Maybe you do one established character show, and then maybe introduce one new character show every other year.
I was about to say, but I think that's pretty much been it. How many new characters have we gotten out of the shows we've gotten already? Right? Was it She-Hulk and
Ms. Marvel?
Nobody else has been new.
Okay,
because it's Wanda, Cap. Falcon, Winter, Falcon and Bucky, Loki.
Why do I feel like I'm missing the show?
And then, and now we got Nick Fury finally getting his show.
I feel like I'm missing the show, but. Maybe I'm thinking.
I think we watched.
Hawkeye had a show. But maybe I'm thinking because some of these shows introduced a lot of new characters. Like Hawkeye introduced new characters.
Natasha's sister. Like, you know what I'm saying? You getting people that are being thrusted into the new. Like, you getting Val, which is in. She was at the Thunderbolts and all that stuff. So it's like you're getting a lot of characters that are going to be major players in the films. Mm-hmm. So that's why I guess watching the shows are paramount now.
Yeah.
Because it's no way. Like, shout out to our Secret Invasion reviews, and you'll see it. But what's our name? Sophie. What's the British agent? This Nick Fury friend.
Oh, the Russian lady.
Yeah, Russian. Britain.
Was she Russian?
No, she's Britain.
I can't think of her.
But. You can't tell me she ain't coming back for something.
Oh, she is. Like, she absolutely has to.
She got to.
She'll fuck around being a Marvel.
Right,
like, we don't know.
My point exactly. So it's just like things like that. And it's like, if you didn't watch the show, you'll miss it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, like, oh, why should I care about this?
Right. So,
but
listen,
no.
Bob, we agree. We said this before. Just focus on less shows. Just less shows. Hey, look, if you got to go down to one a year for it to be quality.
Well,
cool.
Listen, Daredevil getting 18 episodes. Bro.
That's crazy.
And they're gonna release them joints weekly. Imagine 18 weeks. You better just drop them joints so we can binge them. What you talking about?
Or just drop 3 episodes for 6 weeks.
Or drop one half and then the second half. Like,
look, the first half. Because of the strikes, right? The first half gonna come out in 25. The second half gonna come out in 26.
And this is the thing. Marvel has been on this time clock and this we got phases and we got this coming, this coming. Will this make them retool and refocus?
That is a fabulous question, because I think I feel like it's gonna force them to, because their greatest asset was time. Like, they had the time in order to put these movies out at a pace that they wanted to. But now, like, because of the strikes, they gotta push them back.
You remember when MCU films, it used to be 2 a year. Then it went to 3 in certain years.
Yeah,
I ain't even talking about like when they got Spider-Man. Like, sometimes a Spider-Man would make it a 4th. Like, if you can really think about, you go look at them movie calendars.
It's true. That, hey man, look.
Cause Sony released the MCU. They released some Spider-Man on their time. They don't like Kevin Feige don't even talk about Spider-Man. Tom Holland has never been on the MCU stage, has he? I feel like he hasn't.
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good question.
I don't feel like it. Now when they talk about Spider-Man, you ain't never just looked up and said, "Hey, we got a new Spider-Man."
Like hologram.
Nope. Sony, baby. If Sony have a Comic-Con, I bet. But you are not allowed over there at Marvel.
Bro, that's hilarious.
Even though he getting paid by both. Hey, that's love, bro. That's love.
I ain't mad at it. So, look, man, look. Look, Marvel's come out in November. I don't know what else to tell you. We might not get a Marvel movie next year. We might not.
No. Ain't no might not. There is not. There won't. It won't happen, bro.
That's great. That's crazy.
Well,
I was looking forward to the Thunderbolts.
Well, you know what? I could be wrong, but I don't think anything's coming out in 24. Because when the new Captain America supposed to come out too?
Yeah, next year. Yo.
Nah, that ain't happening. That's done.
That's crazy.
And then Harrison Ford already 81, man. I ain't tell. Hey, man, respect to Indiana Jones. I ain't trying to put my man out here, but you know, hey, look, he 81. Y'all couldn't go find a 60-year-old white man to play the president. Y'all had to go get Harrison Ford. We didn't need him. We didn't. We did not need him.
Guess you need the star power.
Yeah, I get for the Thunderbolts. Well,
you might need it for them the most.
I guess if you want him to be Red Hulk, I guess we get to see Harrison Ford be a villain. That's dope, I guess, right?
I mean, yeah, but shit ain't gonna be him in the Red Hulk CGI. He ain't finna be moving like that, jumping on shit. No, Harrison Ford. No, thank you.
They are.
They finna de-age the hell out of him.
That's crazy, man. They made a new Indiana Jones just to make him younger and put him in it. That's crazy.
Hollywood.
I mean, you could have just rebooted it. Like, listen, just make a whole new Indiana Jones trilogy.
Why, when you got AI? Why do that? But look, I think we at the end.
Yeah. We clearly have reached the end of our docket. Johnny, what you got for us, people, bro?
Listen, if you're on YouTube, we appreciate you for rocking with us this long. Hit that comment section.
Yes, sir.
Let us know about any of the topics that we discussed today.
Yes, sir.
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and we'll be back next week.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.